never buy another one of his records.
For us to organize and start kicking butt.
Hey, I'm Veronica, and welcome back to another edition of the VK Report. Today I have a very good dear friend, Edmund Herman, the photographer extraordinaire, Moja Photos.
Moja Communications.
Is it right? Exactly.
UCCI.
Yes, but he's been doing so many amazing things. It's beyond photos now. As a matter of fact, he started an organization called Sisters in Harmony, and they started off with 7 people, and it has grown into over 400 women across the world.
Yeah.
Ed, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Well,
Talk about that.
Hotel, peace and blessings.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, first we started with 4.
Yes, started with 4.
Four
I
of
thought
us.
it was 7.
No, it's 4 of us back May of 2009, and we have over 400 members now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
38 states and 15 countries.
I am Sisters in Harmony, and Sisters in Harmony is me. I am Sisters in Harmony
Is me.
Talk about the reason why you started it, because that story in itself is just so.
Well, back in I think I knew you back in 97, 98. We did a picture called Sisters in Harmony where we had 2 women. One, everything about them was identical: the locks, the clothing, surrounded by the culture. The one difference was one was light skin, one was dark skin, and I call it Sisters in Harmony. And at that time, we sold maybe 10 of them. So business-wise, people say, I didn't do good, but what happened? The seeds were planted. Spiritually, we planted those seeds. And as we moved, and we came to like 2006, 2007, my mom made her transition in 2005, and I started to revisit some of my old projects, Father's Gift and so forth and so on. I came up to Sisters in Harmony, and I started shooting women for these projects. And I went to Philadelphia. I was invited down to Philadelphia by Tammy Leonard. She invited me down to Philadelphia. I met on Michael Basin's show. Oh, yeah. And we went down there, we started shooting. I liked the vibe in Philadelphia, so we went back a few times there. So one of my shoots in Philadelphia for one of the projects called Evolution, I met 3 sisters, Barbara Barry, Sharon Jordan, and Ruby Burke. And they approached me about starting this. They said, hey, let's get together, let's do this. And I said, okay, fine. So we got together, started doing it. I said, well, if I'm going to do this with you guys, one thing, I want to make sure we keep it for women only. The membership for women only, because I want to do that in memory of my mom. So we said, okay, we're going to set this up. So the membership is set up in memory of my mom for women only. But we do have men, we call them ambassadors, who help us out in the organization. And from there, I went to England in July, went to Alabama in July 2009 to start to shoot the very first one, Survivors. We ended up shooting 16 different states of women and 2 countries. We went to England also.
Hampton, Virginia.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hartford, Connecticut.
You're here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I am from West Virginia. Bernadine Mills, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I am Michelle Gums. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, beautiful Caribbean island. I am Sisters in Harmony, and Sisters in Harmony is me.
The interesting thing being in England, shooting the women in England, I heard a different accent, but I saw the same points.
Issues that women have.
Yes, but this is with a British accent.
Wow.
And that made me start thinking, you know what, there's a common link that goes throughout the community, maybe black, white, whatever it is, Asian, that women, mothers, daughters, they want a better life for their children, for their families. But you look at what's going on in the community, and lots of times they're held down, either for religious reasons, political reasons, but they still have that burning desire inside of them.
We cry together, we laugh together, we sing together, we hurt together, we praise together. So we all have common strings, threads that come all through us.
From raising children to marriage to single parenthood, just there's so many different things that women share.
We share the passion to want things to be right. We want our man to be right. We want our job to be right. And if it's not, we are very passionately angry.
When we put this together, we're non-political, but we're politically aware. We push the action of voting. Because I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, whatever you are, if you're sitting in the corner, you're not voting, it doesn't make a difference, right? So you got to register and vote. So we took that off. We said we're not political, but we are going to push voting. And the second thing we took off the table was religion. We said we are not a religious organization, but we are God-centered. Because your religious title doesn't say if you're a good or bad person. It's what you do with your hands, what you do in your community that makes you a good or bad person. So we have good Christians, bad Christians, good Muslims, bad. It doesn't make a difference. So the title does not say you're a good person. It's what are you doing with your hands in the community? How are you enhancing your community? So once we took those two things off the table, a lot of women started looking at us differently. They said, that's interesting, because come on in. And like, people try to say, well, it's a black organization.
I was getting ready to ask you, is it only black women?
No, we told people it was, well, is Microsoft a white organization? People don't think of it. No one says that about Microsoft. So why would they say that about it? Because they see the color of our skin. Say, no, it's not, it's an organization founded.
Because they hear sisters.
Yeah, we said the founders are people of color, but this organization is about people. Because I know, being in my daytime field, when you look at planet Earth, you don't see white or black people. You see, you know, there's people on planet Earth. People who are trying to live. It's when we come close and we start to put people in boxes. So my whole thing was to remove the boxes.
So you're saying that women of all nationalities, ethnicities, we all share a common thread.
Yes.
And it transcends race?
Yes, it does. Because if you go to England, if you go to Italy, you find women going to work early in the morning to pay bills to care their children, right? Even the starving mothers you see in Africa, they still hold on to that child. Some of them die, they hold on to their child. What's that about?
Wow. So this is so unique because you pull that element and these women are coming together because they share a common
they share this common goal. They want to see better things in the community for their children. Women are maternal. You know, how many times you see a basketball player or an athlete on the field, and he's doing good, what is the first thing you say? Hi, mama, I like you, I love you, mama, right? You always have these athletes calling about their mama because women, they have this thing, because they're the one who bring the life into our communities. So they walk with this thing in them. They live with it, they die for it. So if you say, listen, we're gonna honor that entity in you that makes you a woman, come with us. Put the politics aside, put the religion aside. Let's come. We respect it now, but this is where we're gonna work as family, as human beings, and we're gonna make this happen. It took us a while, but now they're starting to see what we really mean it. We've been around. They say, oh, they really mean this thing.
Right.
So now they're coming in.
How many years?
We started, like I said, officially May 2009.
Wow.
So we're working on, and between since then and now, we stepped our game up. What I realized in Business 101, you must have a catchphrase, you must have a one sentence. So I sat down, I put a sentence and said, an organization working to put more positive images of women back in the community on a mental, physical, and spiritual level.
I like
Boom.
that.
We put that out there. So people say, what do you mean by that? So well, peel that back, you see 5 major divisions. You see the film division, you see the music division, you see the creative art division, you see the book division, you see the health division. With those 5 divisions, we actually address different things in the community. So you have people from the everyday woman in the street to the PhDs now in Sisters in Harmony. And through our radio show, we bring them on, and we're not looking for people with big titles. We're looking for people who have the knowledge and really to share it with the community. And with that, we bring them on our radio show twice a week, and we do different things in the radio show.
Now, I'm going to stop you for a moment because there are probably some people sitting back and they're listening and they're saying, he's talking about women, he's talking about we, he's talking about an organization, but yet he's a man. Have anyone ever questioned you about that? Like, even though we know you started the organization before your mom.
Every time we go out, and in fact, I didn't think about it, but one of my elders, Queen Eris, she's down in Florida, she said, Baba, it took a man to do this. And I didn't think about it. She said, because if women had started, we'd be, I said, I don't know, I'm not a woman, I wouldn't know that. So she said, it took a man to start this organization. But I'm surrounded by women who really care. And they know I respect where they're coming from, because every decision I make, I pass it by my vice president, Ruby Burke, who's in Maryland. We sit down, we talk, I see her maybe 4 or 5 times a year. But we talk every day on the phone. See, that's the power of using the 21st century technology, the internet, phones, PDAs, and we keep in touch with each other. So what we do, we've been networking across the country for all these women, and they're starting to understand what we're doing, and they're seeing fruits from our labor, from theirs also. Because I actually, I was really humbled when I went to California, to Los Angeles. I actually networked 2 people together that was 7 stores apart from each other but did not know each other.
Oh my God.
Okay? And they said, well, we don't know. I said, but you're just like 7 stores apart from each other. So now they're talking to each other, now they know each other. And that's the power of networking. That's the power, in a spiritual perspective of things. When you put God first in what you're doing, you understand that there's a higher calling. It's not about you. People want to say, yeah, it's about, no, it's not about me. It's not about Ed Herman. It's about using the abilities that I've been given to actually enhance my community. Right. And that's what Sisters in Harmony's been doing. So we have done a lot of things in the last 3 years.
I know you guys been traveling, but one of the things about your travels is that there's a photo associated with whatever that travel may be. Yeah. So you go to different areas and you take those pictures for these women, the positive images that you are portraying. And that is a part of the
because one thing when we know on the business side, we made the organization a nonprofit. We went through we paid the lawyers, they got the numbers, so we all official in a nonprofit organization. And when we walk into a community, what I see a lot of times, there's a little girl, and I always tell people, like, right now there's a little girl somewhere on this planet who looks like you, and someone's telling her she's ugly. So when she sees you on television, or she sees an image of you on a poster, she said, wow, I can't be that ugly. She looks so good. She looks just like me. See, that is what we do to inspire each other. See, when Dr. King made those speeches, people forgot that Dr. King was a minister, a Baptist minister who studied the history. So there's a lot of codes in his speeches. It sounds really good, but there were codes in those speeches. So when we sit back and we listen, so we have to make sure we know our history. So when that little girl sees you and she understands that all the things that you're doing, and you look just like her, that she could do it too. That's our responsibility. Right. And and we kind of moved away from that, thinking like, I'm gonna get my own, I'm gonna get mine. You can't get yours if someone didn't set it up for you. I couldn't be here in this studio if someone didn't set up a vision to set this up. So I'm actually riding on someone's back I never met.
Exactly.
I don't know who set this up, but I'm here because someone had a vision and someone worked on it. And this is our job. We're supposed to have the same mentality in our community. Set it up. So those who don't know you will never meet, they will come in and be able to sit at that table, build a house, set it up. So that way when people come, there's something. That's what Dr. King did. Dr. King said he looked forward to the day when his children will live in a world where they'll be judged by the character, not the skin color. People think, sometimes you think it's only talking about his children. He's a Baptist minister. So character, if he's a minister of God, he's talking God's word. When he's talking about my children, he's talking about God's children, all of us. It's not only his biological children, he's talking about all his children, all God's children, live in a world where, so there's codes in there. It's saying that we have to set these things up. So when the children come behind us, they understand, someone did this. And now I'm eating on this table that someone set up. What am I supposed to do next? Well, I have to set the table up for somebody else now.
Did you think that it would be a women's organization that would be, carrying out this vision that you have?
Well, I didn't have the vision.
They did?
I did not have this vision. The reality, as a photographer, my thing was to do something I could get paid on. But my friend who's a Muslim said, man plans and God plans, God's the greatest plan of them all. So what I thought I was doing was cool, but God was like, you know what? Yeah, keep doing it. I got something for you.
I got something else for you to do.
So as we start moving and people start coming in, all of a sudden, the vision started to get clearer and clearer. So this is not about just making money.
And pictures.
No, this is about actually setting up something that's going to outlive me. And I always tell people when I'm behind the camera is that the image you take is not for you. See, you don't need an image of yourself. But what's going to happen 50 years from now, someone's going to look back and look at that image. So the images we take today are actually for the future we'll never see. See, all the images we have of Dr. King didn't know images of himself. Imagine we didn't have an image of Dr. Did you ever meet Dr. King? But how do you know Dr. King?
Yeah, the image.
Through the images in the video. See, so what we do now is not for us. It's for the future that we'll never see. See, we think about Malcolm walking through Harlem. How many of us actually saw Malcolm walk through Harlem? We saw the images of him walking through Harlem. Okay? So this is what images do. Images set up a time, a frame for us to relive, even though we were not there. You know, because you think of all the images of friends you have, like Ozzie Thompson. How many images I have of Ozzie Thompson? I got some really cool images of Ozzie Thompson. Right? He's no longer with us, but so that was his gift to us.
Right.
And that's what we do with images. Images are gifts, like I said, to the future that we'll never see. So in Sisters in Harmony, we're saying, let's establish this and show the young girls they don't have to shake and be half naked. They'll be proud of who. I mean, come on, you look at a picture of Coretta Scott King walking with her husband, Dr. King, in the thing. You say, wow. And then you look at some other stuff we have today, say, like, how does that compare?
That's why I like to watch Obama and his wife. Beautiful.
I mean,
love.
Yeah.
That
it's
beautiful.
It's the whole thing of balance.
Yeah.
We talk when we say ma'at. The ma'at of seeing a woman who knows who she is, comfortable who she is, so comfortable to let her husband be who he is. And because she does that, and because he is so comfortable who he is, he let her be who she is, the ma'at, the universal balance, falls in right in there. And then the children comes in. And you see the whole essence of family. And that's why when we see those images of him and his daughters and his wife, you're like, wow, we can't forget sometimes he's president.
Yeah, yeah.
You look at the pictures, it's like such a cool family, man.
Yeah,
you forget, you say, oh wow, he's the president of the United States. You know?
And he loves his wife.
Yeah, and you can see it, and you can see that the children know it, but you see how the children react to them. You know, and that's the beautiful. That's what images do. That's what images do for us. It takes us into a place. It pulls things out of us that say, wow, look at that. What were they thinking about when they took that image? And so like, there's a great picture when he first became president of them dancing, and then he kissed them, like the profile shot of them like that. Right. And the thing, and it's like, wow, that is a powerful image. And a lot of people don't like that because he's a person of color. Because you're showing a powerful person of color to people who have, some people who have a preconceived idea of who we are and what we do. And now you have supposedly the most powerful man on the planet who happens to be black, showing you family values in a way that, you know, like, wow. You know, it transcends color. That's when he goes overseas, it transcends color. Right. It's about family. But the thing is, the person who's showing it to you is a person of color. Same time I said, it's not a black organization, but the people who started happen to be people of color.
Right. What did you say it was? Sisters in Harmony.
An organization working to put more positive images of women back into the community on a mental, physical, and spiritual level.
That is everything that you're doing. Everything is interrelated. And then the themes that you've chosen are related to that.
And the themes come from the members.
What do you mean? They chose it?
They, you know, I talk to the members and they say things to me and I listen to them. And from that, I meditate and I pray about it. That's what it inspires me to do. Like the one we're about to drop next month, Hood for Life. You know, you heard mothers crying for Trayvon Martin's parents. You heard, and like, this young man, all he had was a hood and a candy and a bottle in his hand, on his way home. Mind his own business, and someone had the audacity to take his life because you thought something. And so when you think about the whole action that was done, now he wasn't doing anything to nobody, he's just minding his own business. So somebody said, well, why do you have people wearing hoodies? I said, because the clothes do not make you a bad person or a good person. Saying like the religion doesn't make you a good person or a bad person. It's how people perceive you with what you have on. Their mindset, now their mindset is set up for something else. So they could write into whatever they want, right? How many people have you heard got shot for wearing hoodies in this country? I have never heard of that. Because
we have stereotypes.
Because someone
preconceived notions.
Because the image and people's mindset. The
and
image set it up.
Right.
So when we start doing this project, Hood for Life, I said that what I wanted to do, I wanted to shoot the women in gray hoodies, shoot the men in black or gold hoodies, and we're gonna bring them together. And you know, I was like, yeah, you know. And then what we did, we actually used the backdrop of the White House.
Wow.
So everyone's standing on the front lawn of the White House.
Hood for Life.
Yeah. And then behind the White House is the picture of Dr. King.
Wow.
And then then we have the globe. It's a world issue.
So what is the reaction when people hear that? Because when someone says Hood for Life, women, especially professional women, this is my assumption that they may not want to be associated with that. I'm not no hood for life.
Well, first, you know, the first thing I said, what is your definition of the word hood?
Jacket, I guess.
No,
hood, my neighborhood.
Thank you. I said, a hood is a shortening for your neighborhood, where you live, your home. My hood, I'm going to my hood, man, that's your home.
Right.
So you're saying your home is your life, hood for life. Your home is your life. And someone just killed about their home. Because he was on his way home, right? Mind his own business, just living his life on his way home. So you look at, like I said, Dr. King talked in parables, he talked in codes. Hood for life is a parable, it's a code in there. So when we spoke to people about it, they started looking at it and saying, And so everyone was touched by what happened to Trayvon. So I said, this is in memory of Trayvon. And then I stopped like a few weeks ago and I said, you know what? I'm the young man who got killed here in New York. I came home from college.
But you wanted so many killings lately. Oh my God!
You know,
just the other day, the 4-year-old.
You know, so I said, you know what? This is so. What we did is, and that's what Spirit does spiritually. I listened, and it said this is not only about Trayvon. This is about all the senseless gun violence we have in our community. So we expanded this Hood for Life. It's a memory of Trayvon Martin and all the senseless gun violence we have in our community. So when you look at the project, you will see 61 people, you know, in hoodies. And, you know, and we use it, like I said, and since we are a nonprofit, we use them for fundraisers and we do different things with it. So
61 people came together to do a
show. We went across the country. We did Maryland, we did New York, we did Philadelphia, we did Los Angeles, and we did, where else did we do? We did a couple places, a few states.
Wow.
You know, I would have wanted to go to some other cities. We didn't have the financial. It was like, you know, it's a nonprofit, and trying to get people to support a nonprofit sometimes is very challenging.
Yeah.
So you know, we put up. We ask people to help us support the project, but you know, it's what it is. Like you know, my spiritual advisor Grandmaster would say, "Who's supposed to be there will be there."
Exactly.
So you know, so we put it out there. We're on the internet. We let people know what we're doing. We don't hide it because there's no secret about what we do. You know, and so August 5th we'll be doing a release event in Philadelphia.
For the Hood for Life.
The Hood for Life project.
Wow.
And the beautiful thing about Hood for Life, I mean, well, the good thing about Sisters in Harmony, we have business owners in the community who's helping us. The brother who owns the Paradise Ballroom down on Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, Caribbean brother, who has used the spot to do a photo shoot a few weeks ago. And then Coco down in Philadelphia, she did the same thing. Mama Sunshine in Los Angeles, she did the same thing. We were able to go and we were able to do photo shoots with them.
I followed you. You did Miami, Florida.
Yeah, we did,
And then Atlanta, we was in Savannah, and that was
and then we South
Charleston.
Carolina.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, just to be able to find out, introduce our members and their family and friends to who the Gullah Geechee Nation is. People don't even know what Gullah Geechee
that was such an amazing, enlightening trip.
Yeah, I loved it.
And then even with Queen Quet, who, you know, I love the way she talks the Gullah language. But I remember growing up, because my family's from South Carolina, and they would say, honey child, well, honey child. And I'm like, listening to her, and I just love her. Yeah. I love when she speaks that way, because it's like going home.
Honey chillin'. One day, Hannah have to come down here to the Gullah Geechee Nation, so Hannah can learn plenty more about who we do down here in the Gullah Geechee Nation, Pondesia Island and things like that. Tell land Hannah children, take care of y'all. Hold on to God. Be blessed. Stay strong. Peace.
You have this amazing event coming up
August 5th.
Philadelphia.
And you're going to be there.
And I'm going to be there. We are going to be shooting live from Philly, and Tell us about.
Well, what we did is the brother who owns the Points of Destination, James, he's gonna let us. They do a Sunday jazz brunch. So we said, you know what? And this was networking coming in. You do a Sunday night jazz brunch already. Let us just tag on one of our events onto your jazz brunch. He said, okay. So they're gonna have the jazz brunch, and then we're gonna have Sisters on Release event and a panel discussion. Dr. Walls and friends is gonna be doing a panel discussion, and she's from Philadelphia, so this is her party. You know? And people say, oh, you mean? Yeah, we put our members out there. So Philly's her hometown. So SIH is coming to Philly to pump up one of our members. So this is her party, and we're going to support her 100%. And that's what we do. When we went to California, same thing. When we went to Texas, the same thing. wherever we go, we have our members there. We are coming in not to show who we are, to show you who you have in your community.
Exactly.
And that's what we do. So it's gonna be August 5th. We're gonna be down in Philly. People could contact me. They could email me.
And so then so that's one event. But I know that we're also looking towards the future with the vote. Because this is an election year.
Yeah, it's an election.
And my vote is my voice, and I am the power of
you
one.
Remember that, huh?
Of course I remember it. I've been taking everybody saying, my vote is my voice.
Yeah.
Powerful. Talk about that, because it's all...
Well, that project is going to be released in October. And the thing behind that project, we want people to understand that, you know what, you cannot complain about a situation in your community and let the election go by. Maybe your school boards, your senators, your congressmen, you need to go out and vote. If you like that person, then go vote them back in. If you don't like them, go vote them out. That is the power that we have in this country, and we throw it away. So my voice is my voice. I am the power of one. We have over 121 people in that project, okay, from across the country.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so what as I was putting it together, I was like, wow. You know, you look at all these women and men in this project, and it's a beautiful thing to see this and be able to hang that on your wall. And like I said, this is not for us now. Imagine hanging this project on your wall, someone walking into your house and you have to explain to them what it's about. So now you make people think, wow, how you get all these people together? We worked it. We worked it. A lot of prayer, a lot of scratching and screaming. We made it happen.
But it's also a call to action, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's a serious call to action because, like I said, we're not a political organization. We push voting. So if you are pro-Obama or anti-Obama, you can't do nothing about it unless you go out and vote, right? So if you like him, you need to go out and vote. If you don't like him, go out and vote against him.
Exactly.
But you have to vote. If you're gonna sit in your house and complain, it don't mean nothing if you don't go out there and flex your muscle, and that's what the ballot's about.
Right.
So I always tell people it's not about if I'm pro-Obama or anti-Obama or whatever. Put that on the side, because Obama ain't gonna be around the next 8 years, right? If he does get back in for 4, okay, after the next 5 years he ain't gonna be there.
Right. Right.
But you still gonna have the power to vote. Okay.
See, you know what? I can talk with Ed like forever, but we got to wrap up. But I truly appreciate all this information, and I really encourage a lot of you women to join this organization because it's really powerful. As he said, it is not. We're not attached to any political, religious, elements. You don't have to worry about that. It's an organization that's based on women, it's based on positive images, and it's something that you probably want to get involved because we all have issues throughout the world.
They can Google us. Google Sisters in Harmony.
Sisters in Harmony. Yeah. Definitely Google it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, girl.